Rated G. What's up, guys? MiddleAgedGamer here, and we are playing Trans-Sim World yet again. I'm actually going to do a fan-requested scenario, and that's from Nick Brad, who was the first to comment on my last video. If you guys haven't noticed, if you replied on some of my videos previously, you do probably have a free game in your inbox by the time you see this video. Please check it out. Go have fun with your free game, whatever it is. I can't promise it's a AAA title, but you know, something's better than nothing. Anyways, Nick Brad is asking for me to do the West Somerset Railway, and he is asking for me to do the finishing up scenario, which is right here. Now, I will tell you, I tried to do this about a week ago, roughly, and it pissed me off. And I'll show you guys exactly why and what happened right now. One thing I didn't look at is where we at. Okay, so we're kind of south on the route right now. Oh, no. 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 No, 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 no. No. Mm-mm. Alright, so that's basically what happened. I wasn't too happy about it. Failed the scenario. So I don't always do everything perfectly. So Beth, I guess that's the reason it's probably 4 out of 5 difficulty. You have to pay attention while you're doing it. And obviously I failed to pay attention by requesting to back up at that point. Anyways, the description for the scenario: it's time to shut down for the night. The last passenger service has arrived into Bishop's Lydyard. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, and require storage. Use the resident class 09 to put everything in its place. Now, if you guys don't remember, on the last video I said I absolutely hate shunting. It's not my favorite thing to do, and this involves a lot of shunting. So thank you, Nick Brad, for that. Thank you for allowing me to fill a scenario. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and give it a try again. Here is finishing up ×2. Here we go. Wish me luck. I brought some wine for tonight too, or for today, whatever you want to call it. All right. Now, it's been a week since I've done this, so I really don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Obviously, this would be the class 09. Beautiful dark green and yellow color. I love the logo on there too. It's pretty nice. Okay, so we got to go ahead and get in, obviously. I mean, that's probably a given. Alright, set the marker lights on right there, and we have to actually physically get out. I do remember this part to get the marker lights on. So there's going to be 4 of them, 2 on the front, 2 on the back. We'll go ahead and turn these on. There we go. And then we have to physically go down and set the track for departure initially. I think we can do this in the map later on. It's like, I know there's a second one. Again, it's been a while since I played the scenario, so just bear with me. Hopefully I don't fail it again. I really want to get this video out to you guys. If I do fail again, I will post it in my highlight reel of failures, though, for you guys to view one way or another. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back in. Let's shut both of these doors. Sit down. So reverser to forward. Sound the horn. Alright, let's go ahead and take the brake off and give it some throttle. Fortunately, you can only do about 5 miles per hour. Anyways, we're going to stop beyond the platform, as you can tell right now. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see more of the detail. God, I feel like I'm super rusty, even though it's only been a few days from playing Train Sim. go ahead and get it stopped. So I'm going to put it in reverse. I know we have to climb down. Let's go ahead and climb down and physically change this. There we go. And then it actually tells us to request access, and this is kind of how I felt the scenario later on, is that I did not request access going back. So let's go ahead and do that now. And I'll try to remember that anytime we're reversing, we need to request access to head backwards anyways. Let's go ahead and release the brake. And let's get up to about 5 miles per hour. Try to do this a little bit quicker than what I was doing if I can. So I've been watching the FIFA Women's World Cup. Pretty crazy today. I saw Cameroon play, and of course I saw the France game, which was really good. I thought Cameroon was kind of an embarrassment to their country, unfortunately. The way they were acting, they're acting like spoiled little brats in my opinion. But maybe it was just me. And also the lady pushed the ref, but I don't think that was necessarily intentional if you guys saw that game. I'm going to get just a tad bit closer. Alright, let's go ahead and get it stopped here. Now I do have to get out and manually couple the train, which we'll go ahead and do. Perfect. And then we have to go manually unhook this as well. I think I got it. There we go. And then we're going to head back forward. So make sure the reverser is obviously forward. Take off the brake, give the horn a little honk, and let's head out. I'd much rather be driving the other locomotive that we're pulling right now. Fortunately, I'm not. Anyways, thank you, Nick Brad, again. This video is for you and only for you. I hate shunting. I guess I don't hate it that bad. Anything can be relaxing if you give it enough time, right? I just hope you guys actually like watching it. Anyways, watch the France game. France and Brazil as well. France did very, very good. I was rooting for them the whole time. And they definitely pulled out it was a close game. I think they scored their second goal in either the first or second overtime. I can't remember offhand. Good game nonetheless. USA is playing tomorrow, which is, of course, the team I'm rooting for, obviously. There we go. Let's go ahead and get stopped. Wants us to climb down and reset the track by hand, which we will do. Okay, so we're backing up into that spot. Climb back up. Now I'm just going to try to make sure. I'm going to request it. It says restricted at speed, which is good. But I'm just making sure before we do anything that I'm not messing up. Release the brake. Let's watch the amps, make sure we're not going too high. Try to get up to about 5 miles per hour again. I can't remember. I know I got a little bit further than this on the scenario, but I legitimately have no clue what happens next. I think we go back forward and then reverse back into the carriages over there. But I really don't know what happens beyond that, probably because I failed the scenario. You know, Laugh while you guys can. I'm gonna beat this scenario, I promise. At least this is not as hard as the old train simulator. I kind of missed the point system on the old train simulator because you had to do everything perfect to get 1,000 of 1,000. And I'm kind of a perfectionist on my videos too, for better or worse, depending on how you guys look at it. All right, almost there, guys. Okay, so we gotta manually uncouple the locomotive. There we go. Climb back up. And we're gonna head back forward. Here we go. I would stay in the cab. There's not a whole lot to look at, especially when you're going forward on this thing with the nose out in front of you. There we go. A little bit better of a view so you guys have something to look at. Just under 100 yards to go. Again, if you guys want to recommend a scenario, I still have a couple more that fans have requested. I'm going to do another one on the trans-pennine route. Hopefully I'm not butchering that name. P9 route. But yeah, I'll be doing probably one of those next. There's a new Amtrak locomotive. I'm really waiting for the Amtrak cab car to come out, though. Again, I don't like shunting, and the locomotive they just came out with looks like it's a shunter. So, yeah, when the cab car comes out, I'll be doing some Amtrak scenarios at that point. I need to get stopped. Like, whoa. There we go. Okay. Wants us to manually climb down, reset the track. Pretty sure this is where I failed last time. Or somewhere in here. Oh, no, okay. It wasn't this. It was past this point. Because it actually tells you to request. I'm going to go ahead and reverse. I'm going to stay in the cab. I'm going to go ahead and reverse into the carriages back here, passenger cars, whatever you want to call them. At a blistering 5 miles per hour. I think that's why I don't like shunting. There's a whole lot of starting and stopping. Even like with sports, I hate like American football where it starts, goes for 20 seconds, stops, does it all over again. I kind of hate that. I like the fluidity of constantly moving, and I think that translates to all my games, including Train Simulator, obviously. Maybe it's just me. Hopefully some of you guys agree with me. I'd let it be on the constant move. Okay, go ahead and let it coast, and we'll start the brake. There we go. I think that's close enough. Let's go ahead and get out and check real quick. Ooh, it's a little far, but it should link up. Oh, no, not close enough. That's embarrassing, guys. All right. Let's give it a little bit more throttle. Bump it if I have to. There we go. There we go. Much more like it. Okay, now we gotta go back here and manually uncouple the vehicles back here. There's also, just in case you guys are wondering, there is a board or a post or whatever they call it on here that you can unlock right there. So don't forget to do that. I'm not one to really look, but if it's there, I'll do it. Alright, so we gotta go all the way up to Bishop's and Lydyard? Leard? I know I'm butchering that. Maybe you guys can help me out with the pronunciations. I'm not good when things are across the pond. Let's go ahead and put the reverser forward, break off, horn, give it some throttle. And let's get on the outside so we can see what's happening. So we're moving around 3 passenger carriages. Get up to 5 miles per hour again. I hate how the camera cuts in and out like that. It's no fun. Like that. It's just annoying. Like, come on. And I'm assuming it's taking us the correct route. Let me just look. Yeah. Everything's set up properly, which is what we want. Again, at the blistering 5 miles per hour as we head downhill. Might have to actually brake. Yeah. Definitely going downhill slightly. So just keep an eye on your speed. Make sure you don't go, I think it's 2 miles an hour over when it starts to turn red. Definitely a lot of brake squeal for sure. All right. So now you have to check the junctions yourself, which I'm fine doing. Not a problem on that. So let's go ahead and check the junctions real quick, make sure we're going the right way. We need to head that way. So we are on the blue line, obviously. That doesn't change anything. That does. Okay, so we're set up correctly now. I am going to request. Denied. That's not good. Let's check this again. There we go. Okay, it's set up correctly. Let me just try to access. It's denying it. I think we're good though on this one. Let's go ahead and get this headed back the other way. Trying to avoid wheel slip if I can. There we go. Anyways, I tried to request the reverse. It said there was no route available, so I think we're okay since we're heading off to a siding, but we'll find out here in a second. Hopefully I don't fail the scenario again. That would not make me happy by any means. Try to get a little bit better of the view as I reverse here. Try to back it up as much as possible. I have no clue what this route is like, by the way, because I'm stuck in this one location. Hopefully we'll be able to view it here in a little bit. Trying to get it as close as possible without hitting that barrier right there. There we go. It's about as close as you want to get right there. And it looks like we're out of the way. We've got to manually uncouple this, which is not a problem. There we go. Climb back up the ladder. Let's get back in the seat. And oh yeah, guess what? We're going. I'm just going to request it. I don't care. Just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to fail a scenario. We're going back forward, reverser forward, brake off, sound the horn, throttle. You guys know what to do. In fact, let me just double check we're headed to the correct location. We are. You never know. And I'm pretty sure reversing right here is where I failed previously. It rings some bells, brings back some bad dreams I had about doing this route last week. Ooh, I need to put the brake on, like, whoa. There we go. I kept releasing the brake instead of adding brake. Almost there. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Go ahead and stop it. Alright, so now we got to go back to the main area to connect to those carriages again. Let's go ahead and check the map, because I know it's not set up properly. That's good, that's good. And that is good now. Yep, so we're good on that. And what we do want to do is request. Good, we got permission. So we are in reverse. Let's get back in the cab. I'm going to do in the cab from this angle since we have the big window right here. Brake off, horn on. Make sure the brake's released. There we go. Anyways, if you guys are watching the stream, please put cheers below if you made it to this point. Let me know if you're watching the FIFA Women's World Cup, what team you're rooting for. Also, if you want to see me play a certain scenario route, go ahead and list it below. Or if you want to see a different game for that matter, put the game and I'll try to do a video on it, assuming I have the game already. About 160 yards to go. I'm really hoping that this is the end of the shunting. I have a feeling it's not, but we'll find out here in a little bit. Got about 50, almost 5,500 Train Simulator World points. I still don't really know what the points do other than I guess you level up your profile As you guys know, I lost my main profile with all the routes and services that I did from my previous videos. I was really, really sad about that. I did another video for YouTube, lost the profile again. Luckily, I'm on a good profile now, so thumbs up to that. Hopefully, it continues on and I can build my rank. But I lost, I don't know, like probably 70 hours, 80 hours of the game profile, which really saddens me. I'm hoping Dovetail Games comes out with some way to upload the profile online so you don't lose everything if you change computers, or if your hard drive crashes, I should say. I think I'm close enough. It looks close. We'll find out. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there we go. It did it. It says request access to couple train. Okay. I guess it already did that. That was weird. So stop at location. We got to go 400 yards forward. Let's go and do the throttle. I'm going to request to pass the danger signal just in case. Get up to the blistering 5 miles per hour again. It's going to be a long 400-yard dash to get there. Again, thank you, Nick Brad. I can't thank you enough for allowing me to do another wonderful scenario like this. I'm really hoping by the end of this, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I played this. I'm not glad I played this so far. I'll tell you guys that much. Although I do like seeing these new locomotives that I'm not used to seeing. I think I'm going to have to start braking since we're going downhill too. So let me let off the throttle. Let's take a look at what we're pulling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Passenger cars there. Oh, and before we go any further, I should really make sure we're on the right track, which we are. Okay, good. I got nervous right there. I was like, are we going the right way? Is it going to switch us like we need to? But yes, it is. It looks like we're good to go. We'll check one more time. Getting nervous, guys. It looks like it's set up. Yeah, we're set up to go the right way. We should veer off to the left coming up here. Let's hope that's the case. There we go. As we snake our way through the junction right there. Another 100 yards to go. Looks like we're going to be reversing because I see a stopping point up ahead. So yeah, we're not done with the shunting as of yet. Okay, yeah, we're not done. Let's look at the map, see where we got to go. Okay, so we got to go back this route. Good. Good as far as reversing goes. Let's go ahead and request. Deny, which is fine. Reverse or reverse. Go ahead and take off the brake, sound the horn. Let's give it some throttle. Gotta give it a little bit more throttle since we're heading slightly up an incline. I feel like I've been shunting for about at least 25-30 minutes at this point. Let's give it a little bit more throttle, and a little bit more throttle. Okay, some more throttle, I guess. Would really like to get up to like at least 4 or 5 miles per hour. Definitely working hard. Let me make sure the brake's released. It is. Definitely working pretty hard, that's for sure. Let's get towards the back of the train. All right. Just pulling these into the next siding over. And there we go. It's a pretty good view right there. Let's get a little bit higher. Okay, let's get back inside. Got to manually uncouple the cars. Go. Great, moving back forward yet again. All right. Reverse it forward. Brake off. You guys know the rules. Go ahead and sound the horn. Give it some throttle. Let's get on, there we go. Let's get on the outside so you guys can see something. Alright, up to 5 miles per hour, and we're about to go over that if I don't brake. There we go. Just applied the right amount of brake pressure right there to hold it at roughly 5. And by the time I do that, I have to brake anyway, so it really doesn't make any difference. Alright, it says remember to look for any junctions that need to be set. What does it want me to do? That is the question. Alright. What does it want me to do? Okay, there we go. It's like at some point you have to tell me where to go, which it did. There we go. Alright, so we should be good now. Let's go ahead and request a pass. We're good. We want to set the reverser into reverse, break off, sound the horn again, give it some throttle. I think we're reconnecting back with the locomotive is what it looks like. Hopefully I did the switches correctly. Pretty sure I did. And we should veer off slightly to the right. Hopefully. There we go. I'm really hoping it lets me take control of the other locomotive, but I really doubt it. Alright, throttle off, let it coast for a bit. Go ahead and start applying some brake. Give it just a little bit more throttle. Oh, maybe a little bit more. There we go. It's definitely touching right there. Let's go ahead and hop on out. Couple of the cars. We're gonna stop somewhere again. All right. Interesting. Interesting. I guess you can sit on either side. Does it really matter? I guess it doesn't. Let me check the switches real quick before I do anything incorrect. All right. So it's going down. Going down. Okay, we're good. Oop. Reverser forward, and I'm gonna request, just in case, honk the horn, give it some throttle. You guys know the drill, obviously. At this point, 311, one of my favorite bands back in the day. Let's get this baby moving. Right, working our way up there, 200 yards to go. Go ahead and cruise it. We're gonna have to apply some brakes because we're heading downhill, as you guys can see. There we go. Have a decent brake pressure set, so it's pretty constant. Probably should have been doing that the whole time. Would have been a little bit easier than taking the brakes fully off. Alright, so we got to get out, uncouple a vehicle, it looks like. Okay. So we're moving forward. So make sure we're still reversers forward. I'm still going to sound the horn, give it some throttle, and I'm still going to request a pass. I know there's probably no route, but that's fine. Make sure we're headed to the correct place, and we are. There's no other place to go. Oof, that was my mistake. Hit the wrong button, started accelerating. Oh God, scared me. Promise I haven't had that much to drink either. So I am playing a really fun game. I'm actually going to stream it, I think, fairly soon as my first stream. And I can't remember the name, but it's like Frontier something. And I don't know if it's Simulator or what it is. Something Pioneer, Frontier. But basically it's a mix between flying and maybe like American Truck Sim where you deliver cargo. It's actually really, really fun. It's in early access. I wish I could give you guys the game name. I don't have it offhand. I will in my next video, but I will be streaming that hopefully this week at some point, so just kind of look forward to that in the near future. Of course, I'll be streaming hopefully Train Sim at some point in the future as well. Alright, throttle off. And we'll go ahead and brake. Okay, so we gotta reverse, and I need to probably switch this around. There we go. Alright. I feel like it's gonna give me last minute instructions, which I really don't want, but that's fine. Alright, reverser in the reverse. I'm gonna get in the cab for this since we have the window on this side. I can get my mouse set, there we go. Take the brake off, give it some throttle, sound the horn. Looks like the sun's coming through the clouds right there. Give it a bit more throttle. I have definitely been doing close to 40 minutes of shunting. I feel like it's not supposed to, the whole scenario is supposed to be 45 minutes, so I feel like I'm just taking my sweet time, which again, this is Train Sim World. You can kind of do it as you wish. Unless you're on a timetable with passenger routes, there's not a whole lot of difficulty unless you just completely mess something up, which obviously I did based off the start of this video, but still have wine. That's what matters. Trying to be healthier these days, working out, not drinking so much soda. if I can help it. So it says go via. I'm going to continue on. Alright, so we're still set up. It says denied, no route available, but obviously there's still a route. I'm just going to double check the connection. We're good. Just want to make sure before I get too close. Here we go. Headed to the left. 75 yards out. This feels more like work than relaxation, driving a train, doing shunting. I guess that's why I don't particularly care for it. I feel like someone should be paying me to do this right now. I know that's definitely not the case, but that's just how I feel. Oh, really? I still gotta go 2 yards, 3 yards. There we go. Run around the locomotive coupled to formation. Run coupled to formation. Okay. Do that. I guess we're going to be pushing this guy is what it looks like. I don't know why it says run around the locomotive. Denied, no route available. Should be good. Reverse or forward. Honk the horn one last time, hopefully. And let's head forward. I'm going to try to do it from in the cab just because it looks like it'd be pretty difficult to do that. To judge the distance on how far that front end sticks out. But at this point, I need a little bit of a challenge. On a decline, slowly increasing speed. A little nervous. I don't want to hit this thing too hard. Fell the scenario again. I really don't want to fell this far into it either. I'm gonna go against my my better judgment and do this like a real man would right now. I don't know why. Do I have the? I'll have the brake running. I was like, why am I losing speed without? I don't know. You saw that. I had the first application on. Is what it looks like. I think I need to get a little bit closer there. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump out the door and let's get this baby hooked up. There we go. It's 9.7 miles that way. Shouldn't we be going that way? Anyways, go ahead and climb up in here. It says we need to stop at the Willington North Yard Shunt, 9.7 miles away. Okay, so we are going that way. I'm going to check how the train or the tracks are set up just real quick. Yeah, see that's incorrect. I'm glad I checked. Everything else should be good. I'm just gonna check down here just for the sake of checking. Come in on here. Okay, so we're good. So we are going, it's reverse, right? Yeah, reverse, break off, sound of the horn. I guess we're taking this beautiful locomotive all the way back 9 miles. Hopefully we can get going a little quicker than 5 miles per hour though. And hopefully we're set up correctly. I think we are. Good, good, good. Yeah, we're good. Let's get moving a little bit quicker. We'll finally be able to do above 5 miles per hour. Thank you. Again, shout out to Nick Brad. He knows, or he's gonna know how much I love doing this. Just making sure I don't have the brake on for any reason. I do have a green signal, but when I ask to basically go past it or request to pass danger just in case, because I feel like it would have failed me for no reason at that point. Alright, starting to get some good clearances here as well, which is nice. Be able to go up to 10 miles per hour, then 25 coming up. It looks like this locomotive only goes 40 miles per hour max speed. So this might be a long 9.5 miles. We'll see. I still don't know how to pronounce the bishop's Liard. I know it's all wrong. A single path? I guess it is. Looks like one train track. Losing speed. I definitely need to turn the throttle up for sure. And we're gonna get clearance up to 25 here in just, there we go. Go ahead and get the throttle up. So throttle 4 is the max this baby goes. That's picking up speed relatively quickly. Take a look on the outside real quick. Pretty interesting. It's like we're going through the forest pretty much at this point. Hear the birds chirping. Those solar panels? Yeah, looks like solar panels, right? Full throttle, barely pushing 18 miles per hour uphill, and slowly ticking away at that 9 miles. Again, I feel like I'm easily 45 minutes into the scenario. to me, it looks like the track's almost going to head downhill right here. Maybe it's not. It still says 1% incline. Maybe it's just my point of view, or maybe it's the wine. I really don't know. At least we're moving, though. Slowly ticking down the miles. And I wonder if there's any way to see the speed. Is the speed over there anywhere? Is that the speed? Oh, wait, there it is. It's all. It's the gigantic one right in front of us, right? So you could technically do probably this entire scenario without the HUD. Stay under 5 miles for the shunting, go 5, 10, and then up to 25. Get some fresh air here. And then I guess how big is this route? So we're here, it's 9 miles. This is a pretty small map in my opinion. So that's 9 miles. So the whole thing is probably, what, 20 miles maybe at the most? Unless there's a different section for the other scenarios. I don't see the other scenarios taking that long unless it includes shunting too. This kind of reminds me of, and I know it's, I don't think it was realistic as far as the old one goes, the Forest Railway on a training simulator. I don't know if it was 2018, 2017, or what have you. And I want to say it was like a fantasy railroad. I can't remember. It's been so long. Or if it was actually a railroad that existed in Japan a long time ago. Either way, single track, going slow. This is what it reminds me of, that Forest Railway route, if you guys do remember that at all. Speaking of train simulator, I should just do a train simulator scenario for the heck of it. I know Train Sim World's out. Train Sim World is so much better as far as the graphics go, but would anybody want to see an old school route? Is it, or scenario, or is it kind of pointless since TSW is out now? So we do have a reduction in speed to 20 miles per hour and roughly 2 miles. Unfortunately, due to the incline, we can't even get above 20 miles per hour at the moment. It's a nice little exterior view there. One thing I haven't done is the, well, that didn't work, is the train by view. Maybe because we're headed in reverse is probably the reason, yeah. Let me see if I can get a train by. Go up high, maybe we can catch up. We can do it. We're flying, guys. I feel like I'm gonna be dreaming of flying through the countryside later tonight. All I want is a train by. I didn't know it was so hard to do in reverse. Alright, got a bridge. I feel like we can get the train by right here. Here we go. I will get my train by before this video is over. I mean, good looking train. Just think if you were like sitting in your house and you saw that go by, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. I know I'm not the only one either. Especially if you guys are watching this video, you'd probably think the same thing. And if you don't, I don't know why you're watching this video. Other than the watch me drink would be the only other reason to watch this video. Alright, I think the incline's, okay, 1.2%. We're still losing a bit of speed. Slowly ticking down the amount of miles. We're under 7.5 or 7.5 miles. 1.5 miles to go to the reduction in speed, which isn't going to make any difference for us. over 10,000 points in the top right, as you guys can see. And I'm going to take this off just for a second so you guys can enjoy the beautiful scenery. Oop. No, I don't want OneDrive. No. No OneDrive. Get off my thing. Sorry, guys. Good old Microsoft. I think we're still good to take the HUD off for a little bit. Let's get inside for a few seconds. Not a whole lot of mapping going on. I guess this is probably what it looked like back in the day, but it's just literally just countryside with a few trees, some cows, and solar panels. Is all I've really seen so far. I feel like I could make this. At some point in my life, I would be able to make that. Alright. Reduction in speed's coming up. We're under 7 miles to go. Is that a tractor? I would love to be able to just like hop out and play some farm sim right now. Yeah, there's a tractor. There you go. Nice looking model. Still headed up the incline, 1.2% grade. Still feel like this is a much longer scenario than the 45 minutes is what it's listed. I don't think there's any way you could do this in 45 minutes. I feel like just the 9 miles is going to take you at least 30 minutes, if not longer. Reduction in speed coming up. I'm kind of curious. I don't know if it's maybe a platform that we're going by or some type of junction, hard turn. Or is it just a random reduction in speed? I don't know. I don't see anything. Now something's coming up. We'll find out here in a second. Bridge. I don't know. The anticipation. Normally we'd be doing about 40 miles per hour. We'd gone through this already. There's a signal. I guess a kind of a tunnel, miniature tunnel bridge. There, something is coming up I see over here. Let's look at the map. Nothing shows up on the map. That's kind of strange. There's a platform though. That's probably why there's a reduction in speed. And then we have have clearance back up to 25. It looks like just after the platform, from what I can tell. So when doing the other scenarios, I'm assuming we'd be stopping here. Reduce throttle. Almost went over there. I didn't catch that name. It's too small of writing. What does that say? Come on. Something Heathfield. Crumcombe Heathfield? I couldn't see it. Looks like that was the high point. We're heading downhill. Let me go ahead and release the brake so we can get back up to 25 miles per hour. And let me get back in the cab as well so I can pay attention. Definitely picking up quite a bit of speed as we head downhill. Throttle is off. And we're exactly 5.5 miles from our stopping point, which is the Willington North Yard Shunt. Try to get it a little bit closer to 25 miles per hour. One more mile per hour at least. There we go. Let's see if we can hold it right there. Try to get a couple different views for you guys. It's almost just relaxation time at this point. Just keep an eye out on the grade and the speed you're doing. Let's take a quick look at where we're at on the map. Started down in this general vicinity. Roughly halfway or so. Got a bunch of curves and twists coming up. So I did see a whistle board. Does it mean you're supposed to whistle? And I'm assuming they don't do it like the Americans. They probably just do one warning before the crossing. My assumption. Again, I don't know. Much better. think the speed's just slowly decreasing at this point. Just watching the miles slowly tick away. Over 11,000 points in. Probably do wait at the HUD for just a few moments. Let's see if I can get one more. That's not really, kind of a weird view, huh? I think the screenshot I had earlier was a little better than that. Anyways, I had a bunch of comments on my other video from, and I'm probably going to butcher some of these names, but since we got a little bit, I'll go ahead and name a few out. Adam S., which, shout out to Adam, been a long time fan. David Hill, what's it, Dave Wigner, I believe it. Like I said, I'm probably butchering the names a little bit. Iskrin Novikov, is that Russian? I don't know what that is. Sounds Russian, though. The guy's name I don't really want to even try to pronounce, but I'll try. Rakumar. I don't know the last name. Yamin. And then Mateus Piddle. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that. And of course Nick Brad, who I've mentioned many, many times over and over again. Shout out to those who commented on my last video. Definitely appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the views as well. I'm not fully back up and running on all my videos. Here we go, do another, looks like platform right here though. But any comments you guys can leave definitely helps, whether it's just saying cheers or stopping by to say hi. Go ahead and release the brake. It's only a 0.6%. Now, okay, now the incline's going back up. And we're getting much closer too. Just over 3 miles to go. Local time is, looks like 7:30 p.m. The sun's going down. Speaking of that, I don't think there's any sun visors in here. No, there's not. I'm sure there is on the other locomotive, but there's definitely not on this one. Window's still down for some fresh air. I'm hoping there's no surprises at the very end. That would be my luck, though. If there is any other surprises or I fail the scenario at this point, I'm totally cursing Mr. Brad if I haven't done so already. Release the brake. Go ahead and reapply first application. And then let it sit. Pretty easy. Do have the reduction in speed just outside the Wellington North Yard. So 2.3 miles, I gotta get down to 15 miles per hour. So yeah, this is pretty much for the most part a scenario where you can easily do it without the HUD. I mean, you've obviously seen there's only a handful of speed changes, I think 2 or 3 total. As long as you do the 5 miles per hour at the beginning of the scenario, you'll be good. Go get an exterior view for a while for you guys. I would do some more train buys, but since we're going in reverse, it really just kind of starts the train buy too late. So there's really no point in doing it. Pretty relaxing right there, though. Of course, I'm not recording in the ultra-wide format, but I have a ultra-wide screen, so it's pretty amazing looking right now. I think you guys are getting it in 1080p, I believe. Yeah, 1080p. That's what you guys are getting. Let's go ahead and release the brake one more time. And we will reapply. A couple farmhouses here and there. And release the brake. It looks like it's leveling out from what I can tell. All right, going back another decline, it looks like. And we'll reapply the brakes here in just a second. There we go. One more screenshot for good luck. And we're just over a mile to go till the end of the scenario. Pretty sure I've been at this at least 60 minutes at this point. I'll know once the video is rendered, or as the video is rendering, how long it actually is. A little bit longer than expected, but that's fine. Haven't failed again, which is nice. Speed is relatively stable at 23, which I'm fine with. We do have the reduction in speed coming up when we get back in the cab. Probably for the last mile. got to reduce the speed here in 300 yards. There we go. We gotta get down to 5 miles per hour coming up. Pretty close. We'll let it coast just for a second until we get a little bit closer there. I'm going to request just in case one last time. Always nervous when I start seeing red lights up ahead. Alright, we're at the 5 mile per hour mark. Roughly 200 yards to go, just over 200 yards. And I'm going to make sure. Okay, so yeah, switches are good, it looks like. Should be heading left. There we go. Wants me to do all sorts of different things to shut this down. Reverser to off. Okay. Probably need to turn service up. Don't know what. Oh, it wants the marker lights off too. So let me go do that first. And probably wants me to uncouple more than likely. Marker lights are off. So let me, nope, didn't say anything about uncoupling. Turn this marker light off. Let's get back inside. Oop, that should be off. There we go. Objective complete. Climb down the train. Let's go ahead and shut that door. It looks like it's going to complete the duty. So that was going to be the West Somerset Railway finishing up scenario right there. Jesus, took an hour and 22 minutes. That's absolutely insane. Way longer than the 45 minutes expected, but that's the video for you guys. If you reached this part, put cheers. Again, make comments below if you want me to see play a different scenario. Let me know the scenario. If you want to see a different game, let me know the different game that you want me to play. Back to level 9. Still got a long way to go to get to where I was on my old profile, but we'll eventually get there. Anyways, that's it for this, guys, or it for this video, I should say. Can't talk. It's probably the wine kicking in at this point. But I'll definitely see you on the next one. Cheers.
Don't you know?